It's time now for Spears on Sports with John Spears, presented by M&M Carnage. And now, here's Johnny.
And Tony.
And Scooter.
Woo!
The IU number one fan of the number one team in the country.
That's me.
Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Carnage. Let's bring it down a notch, boys. John Spears, Tony Burke, Scooter Dingus. It is Monday, December 8th. Got to get your Christmas shopping going here, boys. Got to get it going.
Don't do any.
Yeah, me neither.
Me neither.
All right, so we'll be here every day between now and, I guess, Christmas Eve. The M&M Card Hotline is open, 384-1450. If you'd like to join in on the conversation, 384-1450. Game Day Men's Health text line open as well, 414-1450. Game Day Men's Health, redefining men's wellness, no shortcuts, just results. Testosterone, peptides, weight loss, sexual performance therapy. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Defining a new era in men's health, and hit me up on the text line 414-1450. Hello to those of you, or that one of you that is watching on YouTube. We appreciate it. I've gone Kennesaw State hat today in honor of the Conference USA football champions.
I want the Rangers get ready for pitchers and catchers.
Pitchers and catchers report in February. Yeah. Tony going baseball here. I got my Cardinal shirt on just because Scooter, I got to bring him down a little bit.
I'm good.
Just a little bit.
That basketball game means nothing to me.
Thanks to those of you listening on the podcast or live right now at 10:05 a.m. on this Monday morning. I don't know where to start.
Is there anything going on?
I mean, I have to start with Indiana football, right? They've never been ranked number one, 13-0, first Rose Bowl in 58 years. They got a bye. They beat Ohio State in the championship game of the Big Ten.
Is it bad that I'm bummed we don't get a home game?
You don't want a home game.
Yeah, but it'd be fun.
You don't want a home game.
Is it
You're
bad?
in the Final Four without a home game.
Is it bad that I would have rather been the number 3 seed and had Georgia's path?
No, I understand that. By the way,
I wouldn't worry about Alabama.
If these things matter to you, and in my listeners, some of them like it, some of them don't, Ohio State is favored to win the national championship.
Okay.
Now, it's plus 240, Indiana plus 250. So it's basically a toss-up. Georgia, you can get right now, Tony, at 6-1.
It's a good value bet.
Scooter, you know I love value bets. That is a good value bet. Georgia at 6-1. Oregon, by the way, is the fourth choice, and Texas Tech is the fifth choice, followed by Texas A&M. That is for those of you who care about things like that. But I've got to talk about Kentucky basketball, which just saying that made me throw up in my mouth a little bit. It was as bad as it gets, I think. I've got to talk about Louisville beating Indiana in basketball. And we have to talk about the college football playoff and Notre Dame turning down, not the only team to do it, let's be fair, but turning down a bowl. They don't look good turning down a bowl, in my opinion, Tony. Now, I'm not arguing whether they should or should not be in the playoff here. It's not what I'm arguing. Iowa State turned down a bowl. Kansas State turned down a bowl. But these are places that lost their coaches and are getting new coaches. Notre Dame didn't lose their coach. And I know this caller wants to talk about that more than anything. So let's go ahead and get it out of the way.
He says it'll be quick for what
well, it's never quick. But let's go to the M&M Carnage Hotline and bring in my man Ed. How are you, brother?
Ed.
Hey, congratulations to Scooter. Is he still on cloud 9?
He's on cloud 12.
He's doing the show from the roof.
I was going to say that he just fly right into the studios this morning. He probably hadn't been to bed since Saturday evening.
It's been tough to sleep, Ed, I got to be honest. But the worst part about this is I'm trying to embrace it now because knowing that I don't get to watch them again for, 3 weeks, that sucks. I'm not happy about that.
That's tough. That's tough. I agree with you. No, I think I'm like you guys. That's a bad look for Notre Dame. It's like they're saying, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
Yes.
And the heck with you.
Exactly.
I don't agree with them turning down a bowl bid. I just don't. I don't agree with it. Now, I will say this. I would not have been disappointed had Louisville turned down their bowl bid. Are you kidding me? They're the 7th or 8th best team in the ACC. They were 4-4 in league play. I know they lost 4 games.
Can't lose to Cal at home. Can't lose
Only
to Cal
game
at
they
home.
were out of was the SMU game.
Yep.
They lose by overtime to Virginia, and what threw the monkey wrench in is Duke beating Virginia in overtime in the ACC championship game.
I thought
Which
Virginia was
tells
going to
me
somehow pull that game out at the end. I really thought Virginia was going to do it.
Little people aren't going to be happy with me, but the ACC is a bad league. Bad. And that's all I got to say about that.
It's hard to argue with that. And here's the other thing, Notre Dame. If you want to be in the playoff, get into the ACC with the rest of your sports programs. Get into the conference. You would have been in the championship game, and you would have waxed Duke or Virginia or whoever you would have played, and you would be in the playoff. So quit whining. Quit taking your ball and going home. All you had to do was get in a conference with everybody else, which you still refuse to do.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Now, how about, there's some teams, excuse me, I have this cold, in the ACC that they need to start acting like their Division I programs.
Uh-oh.
Florida State beats Alabama at the beginning of the year.
Yes, they
They
did.
didn't do anything the rest of the year. Notre Dame needs to be in the conference. Are you kidding me? Wake Forest is going to the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Wake Forest.
Are
They'll have 100 people there.
Ed, are you upset about playing Toledo in the beans, baked bean, whatever it is, Boca Raton Bowl? Bush's baked bean Boca Raton Bowl? Is that what this
I'm not
is?
really upset. I don't really care now. To me, football season's over. But I will say this. The Toledo Rockets opened the season at Kentucky and lost 24-15. Now, Louisville can take half their team down there, which I think a lot of their players, in my opinion, now this is just me, I don't know anything on the inside, I think a lot of them will opt out and not play. Now, I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But
Everybody's
Louisville
going to.
should be a 10-point favorite in that game.
The portal opens January 2nd. Bowl games, there are still bowl games, by the way, on January 2nd. So you're going to have a lot of guys that are transferring that are just going to opt out of all of these games. You think it's bad that these teams are opting out? And I think it is a bad visual.
It is.
It's going to be worse because a lot of players are going to opt out as well.
Yeah, it's just not Louisville. It's everybody. These bowl games, they're going to have to do something to decide what to do about them because everybody
I have the answer.
All the good players are not going to play.
Nobody called me, but I have the answer.
But how about you had the John Spears Beach Blanket Bingo Bowl.
I thought you were going to say. The John Spears Depend Adult Diaper Bowl.
But you're putting up all this money. What? I heard this today. What is your return?
Yeah.
And all these companies and stuff are going to stop opting out of these bowls because nobody's going to show up.
The return used to be you get people into your town.
Crowds. Yep.
Crowds show up, and the local economy gets great business, and that rolls back over to the bowl guys.
And all it is now is all it's going to be now is a practice game for the guys for the next year.
Well, here's my thought on that, and I couldn't agree with you guys more. There's a couple of ways to take care of that. Number one is the 12 team go to 16. Okay, I can handle the 16.
That's going to happen next year. Write it down. That's happening next year. Not they're going to vote on it. It's happening next year. That is my
John Spears.
It's probably
very non-inside info. Go ahead.
It's probably too many bowl games.
Yeah.
It's probably too many, 16. But
and that's why I have a solution.
What are you going to do with the Boca Raton Bowl, the New Orleans Bowl?
I got the solution, Ed. I have the solution. You make it 32 teams, and every one of those bowl games has an important game for one of these teams to advance. One of the two teams will advance in the playoff. 32-team playoff. And
that makes too much sense.
You fill up all the bowl games. Nobody gets a bye. And the Boca Raton Bowl might be a first-round game between the 32 seed and the 1 seed. And it'll be a 40-point blowout. But you know what? Team number 33 is going to complain because they didn't get in the playoff.
Yeah. Too many games.
That's what's going to happen.
Hey, Ed, by the way, that you still got time if you want to cheer for a good team. We got room for you on the Hoosier train.
Woo woo!
If I started cheering for Indiana, my wife would lock the doors and never let me back in.
By the
She
way,
dislikes Indiana
as
much as she dislikes Kentucky.
Kurt Signetti will join the show on Wednesday. That's not true.
I was about to say no shot.
Scooter's head just exploded.
No
actually.
shot.
That's actually Don Fisher. But
Ed, thank you, buddy. I'm going to let you go.
Oh,
have a good one,
it's
Edward.
basketball season, guys.
I know.
Basketball.
Thank God. Appreciated it. Well, thank God for Louisville fans and Indiana fans. I don't know if Kentucky wants it to be basketball season. But, yeah, that's my solution. Put 32 in. The New Orleans Bowl will mean something. The Poulin Weed Eater Bowl with a blue bonnet. They don't even have the blue bonnet bowl anymore. Haven't had it for years. But we'll have enough bowls to fill all these slots. Teams will play because they're in the playoff. Players may play because it actually means you're in the playoff. And you save the bowls. Otherwise, these bowls are going to be gone.
Yeah,
they're going to be gone.
They're going to be gone, John.
You're going to have a 16-team playoff, and you're going to have 4 or 5 ancillary bowls where, Iowa will play Vanderbilt, for example, which is going to happen this year.
Well, those teams can't play all those games, so
Here's the other thing.
They're gonna...
You can't find enough 6-6 teams to play. Hell, Tony, 5 and 7 teams that turned down a bowl bid. Florida State, Auburn, Central Florida, Baylor, Rutgers, Temple, Kansas all turned down the game against Georgia Southern in the Birmingham Bowl. They finally got App State to say yes at 5 and 7. I don't even know if Kentucky was offered at 5 and 7 to go to the Birmingham Bowl. I can't imagine they would have gone. But
you don't want to string out a bad season, in my opinion.
What do we think about playing games? I might have brought this up on Friday. Just leave those last 4 seeds blank. Leave the last 4 seeds blank, and then have playing games. Like have Vandy play BYU. Winner gets the 11.
You mean out of the 12, leave the 4 blank?
Leave the 4 blank, yeah. So name your top 8, and then the other 4 coming from playing games, and let 12 through 16.
I don't dislike
battle it out.
It's just 2 games.
I don't dislike it.
They got to go to school, John.
It is too complicated. Yeah, they got to go to school. It's too complicated for this committee couldn't even figure out which 12 teams to put in. And
they settle on 2 Power 5.
I still don't understand. I still cannot for the life of me understand why the discussion did not include Alabama being left out. They lost to Florida State. If you're going to go back to August and say the Miami win over Notre Dame means something because now Miami goes into the playoff and Notre Dame's left out, then you have to say the loss to Florida State means something. I get the argument. Alabama had to play an extra game. That's why they have the 3rd loss. If they hadn't played Georgia, they were 10-2, and they were going to be in the playoff anyway. I understand that argument. But nobody mentioned this is the only 3-loss team. Nobody mentioned, oh, by the way, they lost. I think Booger McFarland did at one point finally say they lost to Florida State, a 5 and 7 Florida State team, and that wasn't close. That game was not close. This Georgia game was not close. 32 rushing yards for Alabama. Georgia dominated this game.
They lost at home to Oklahoma.
And if
good team, but it was at home.
It wasn't home? It was in Tuscaloosa?
Yes.
Okay, I had that wrong in my head. I thought it was in Oklahoma.
I'll double check it, but I looked it up.
The first half of the first Georgia game, they scored 21 points. Then they played terrible the second half, hung on to win, and played terrible this Saturday.
At Alabama.
So, yeah, home loss to Oklahoma, which is a playoff team.
Yeah, 8 seed.
But a loss to Florida State on a neutral site is embarrassing for Alabama.
And we talked about this too, John, that the committee made themselves look really bad by having Notre Dame ahead of Miami the whole time.
Yes.
And then you do it on Tuesday, you have Notre Dame ahead of Miami. If Miami would have been ahead of them the whole time, they would have took a lot of controversy out of this.
Those two teams were on their couch this weekend.
Yeah, 5 days later.
And then they flip.
5 days later, they flip them. And neither one of them played.
The easy route, the easy fix for the committee 3 weeks ago, put Miami ahead of Notre Dame and just say Miami's ahead of Notre Dame because they beat them.
Yep, that's all they
Plain
had to
and
say.
simple. And if anything changes in the next 3 weeks, then maybe we move Notre Dame ahead of Miami. But nothing changed. Miami won their games. Notre Dame won their games. And all of a sudden, we flip it.
And here's the thing Ed talked about. Ed said the ACC stinks.
Yeah.
Well, that's Miami. Yes, they beat Notre Dame. They lost to Louisville. They lost to SMU.
Yeah.
Two decent teams. Notre Dame
Those are bad losses, though.
Yeah, Notre Dame loses by 1 point to Texas A&M, who just
on a
had their
botched
first
extra point, by the way.
Yeah, but what killed Notre Dame was their strength of schedule.
Yes. The best win for Notre Dame, Southern Cal. Yeah. USC's their best win.
There's a whole lot of nothing
So
on there.
if you're not going to be in a league, you got to load up your schedule a little bit better than that. Now, it's not their fault, and we say this all the time. These schedules are made years in advance. Mm-hmm. And it's not your fault when somebody that's good when you schedule them is bad when you play them 5 years later. There's nothing you can do about that. But the schedule is what it is, and Southern Cal's your best win.
Boston College has never been good. Cal has never been good. Navy has never been good.
Agree. Keep going. That's 3.
I mean, I can
they have to
rattle off their whole schedule.
They have to play ACC schools.
They do have to play a certain number of ACC schools.
And they rotate them. Yeah.
So Cal's one of those. Boston College.
That's why they played Cal. They wouldn't have played Cal.
I feel like they play Boston College every year.
Yeah, and Stanford.
It feels like.
But Cal's
Stanford,
Cal's
there's another
one
at the end of the year. They played Stanford. But they played Louisville in the past. They played Miami in the past.
Clemson.
I mean, they rotate them.
Yeah, it's a rotation. But the
this
ACC,
year,
as Ed said, Little fans don't get mad. It stinks. But
that's Ed's words, not ours.
Yes,
we have total respect for ACC football
but
around here at the Spear Show.
Speak for yourself.
When Tulane and James Madison get in, you're not taking the 12 best teams.
How about Louisville's beating 2 playoff teams? James Madison and Miami.
Be in.
My God. They lost to SMU, and they lost to Cal, and they lost to Virginia, but they beat 2 playoff teams.
Jimmy Madison's only got 1 loss. You know who that's to?
The Cards.
Yep. 28-14.
God. I don't know why we're not talking about Indiana, Scooter.
That's fine.
This show should be all about Indiana.
We got 3 weeks talking about Indiana.
I know your show is all about Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
Matt's is going to be nuts today.
Mm-hmm.
But I am going to talk about Indiana because Heisman Mendoza, unbelievable.
Wasn't that a great game?
That was a great game. For a 13-10 game, which I usually would hate, that was a great college football.
Well, I think Joe Clark.
And I got home from Murray in time to watch the last 3 quarters, which was even better.
I think it was Clark. I'm not sure. But he said it's like watching a 1-0 baseball game that's a great game. Everybody wants runs, but it's a pitch and duel. And he said this game's just like that. And I said that is a great analogy because it's not a high-scoring game, but there's a lot of strategy and a lot of stuff going on.
All right, let's take a break. We will come back and rehash that Indiana win over Ohio State, Louisville's basketball win over Indiana, and Kentucky basketball. Ooh. Woof. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage, Big X. Welcome back. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Carnage. John, Tony, Scooter on this Monday. Six-pack 4-2 this weekend.
Were you about ready to say Mendoza Monday?
I was. It's a Mendoza Monday. Six-pack 4-2 this week.
Pretty good.
My favorite pick of the week was Virginia. I'm not going to lie about it. Yeah. They almost won. They did get it to overtime, but I liked Virginia. That was
I liked
one of my
because of the chaos.
And then the damn stinking Broncos yesterday. Oh, they give up a field goal. The Raiders kick a field goal with 3 seconds left, 46 yards, to lose by 7 instead of 10.
Oh, my
Spread was
gosh.
8.5. 3 seconds, Scooter.
Why? Why?
Carroll knows the spread. He bet it.
Tony and Big Al 2-2 this week. The Falcons were their dog.
God, we had the
But
Bills.
the Bengals, the Bills had the game covered.
Oh.
But you knew,
But
if you were a bettor, you knew the Bengals were going to go down and score there at the end.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the
knew it.
Falcons didn't cover. It was 6-6 at halftime. I was like, okay.
6-6. I
Right?
know.
We're on the right side
It
here.
hit the over. Here's another one for you boys. 7 out of 8 games went over in the 1 o'clock window.
How do you know that?
Because because the Vikings and the Commanders cost me $850 on a $5 bet. It only has to hit once, and it still hasn't. But I got plenty of time left. In this
Have you
NFL
seen many teams that lose 26-0 and then win 31-0
you don't see it very often.
in the NFL?
But the Commanders were terrible. By the way, congratulations to my Tennessee Titans. Second win of the year.
Mortal Ox. We had Titans.
They are Tony and Big Al had the Titans. They are officially still in control of the number 1 pick in the draft. But because New Orleans got their third win,
I was
unbelievable.
Nobody wants Fernando?
Nobody wants Fernando. They keep trying to win these games. What are they doing?
The heck? I get the Titans don't need him,
Titans
but
don't need him.
Fernando.
New Orleans would take him.
Jets, I think, would take him. Gee, you don't. If you're Fernando, you don't. I'll go to the CFL. I can't play for the Jets. All right, M&M Cards Highlights open 384-1450. If you'd like to join in, 384-1450. Game Day Men's Health text line 414-1450. Scooter, any text to the show?
Not just yet.
You know, it's icy and snowy. People are nervous today.
Yeah.
People are nervous.
Yeah.
Roads are fine.
Roads are fast.
I was nervous when I woke up. I was like, what the hell happened?
Indiana won the Big Ten
Yeah.
championship.
Indiana wins.
Anything can happen.
As
kid.
Don Fisher would say, Indiana wins at 13-10. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not awful. Heisman-Doza was Heisman-Doza. He just did what he had to do. Now, Ohio State did screw it up.
Oh, yeah. Several times.
The fourth down play where the knee went down, I had no clue he was short of that first down inside the 5-yard line. I had no clue. When they stopped play to review it, I literally said, why are we wasting our time here? But it turns out Sayin was down, short of the first down. And then the chip shot field goal, which he did the same thing against Michigan last year. Not as big
was
of
it
a
the
moment.
same kicker?
Same kicker.
Oh, man.
Same thing against Michigan in the rivalry game. But
Jaden Fielding.
I feel bad for him. I do. I feel he's a kid. Come on.
Yep.
Let's take it easy.
No, he's getting paid. He's a
He
professional.
is getting paid, but he's still a place kicker. I mean, place kickers get roasted only. They don't get celebrated when they make them because they're supposed to make them. But when they miss a 27-yarder, not good. So Ohio State had every opportunity to win. They didn't. I will give Indiana play callers a lot of credit, man. They threw some passes when you didn't think they were going to throw some passes. Charlie Becker, who nobody knew, I would say 6 games into the season. Is that fair?
Yeah, for sure.
He had 7 catches in his career before the Penn State game.
Unbelievable. And he was
He had 7
unbelievable.
in that game.
And I feel like if it hits his hands, he's bringing it in. Because guys were trying to rip a couple of those out of his hands, and they just couldn't do it.
You say all this, and it just brings it back to the whole point for me. This game was won because of coaching.
Yeah.
Bad coaching decisions on Ohio State's side. Signetti played it perfectly on his side.
The touchdown to Surratt, perfectly thrown ball. Indiana just did everything right. It is one of those, I'm waiting for Gene Hackman to show up on the sideline coaching. I know he's dead. Don't send me any emails here. But I'm waiting for – it's a Hoosiers kind of feel. No pun intended here.
Yeah.
It just feels that way. This team
I agree, but
this team's
now
not
this is
supposed
all
to be
over.
13-0.
Now everybody's 0-0.
And Kurt Cignetti said, "I've got to find a team to get a way to get my team in the next 3 weeks ready for the playoffs because right now
everybody's patting you on the back too.
they're on cloud nine.
Yeah.
You're the best thing since sliced bread."
Is that not
If you're
worrisome,
listening to
though?
that song.
I heard that quote on Saturday night. I got to get my team to be humble and hungry. Coach, shouldn't they already be humble and hungry?
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
can fool
but-
yourself.
But are you humble and hungry after you win the conference championship game and go 13-0? That's the question.
Charlie Becker wasn't when he's saying OHFU.
Well, and they also, first of all, Charlie and Fernando, God doesn't care who wins. Okay? You can do all glory to God every time. All right, we get it. You don't have to do it after every question you're asked.
I don't know. I like kids having that stage. And
Well, and then you say
team.
OSFU. Is that fine after you do that? Did God tell you to say that too? Come on, Charlie. Defense, I said this Friday. Defense, Indiana's defense, still nobody pays attention. Nobody pays attention because of the Heisman-Doza mania, plus the receivers. The running game's been great. And I said, even though Indiana scores a lot of points and Ohio State scores a lot of points, this is going to be a low-scoring game because these two defenses are tremendous. And they were again.
Did you bet under?
I didn't bet under, but I didn't bet over.
what?
No, I didn't bet over in this game. I couldn't do it.
Wow.
I really believe these are the top two defenses, I think, in the country as far as scoring
I
average.
told you I liked under. That's the one thing I liked about the game.
Indiana will play the Alabama-Oklahoma winner in the Rose Bowl. That game will be at Oklahoma, by the way, that Alabama-Oklahoma game. Scooter, when the bracket came out, were you okay with that?
No.
You're
No.
the number one seed. You get 8 versus 9. That's how it works.
Here's the thing, though. I'm conflicted because I've said on these airwaves multiple times, give me all the smoke. There's not a team I'm scared of out there. This Saturday proved that Indiana can play with
Absolutely.
and beat any team in the country.
Absolutely.
But you look at the other paths, like I brought up Georgia earlier. Georgia's path to the championship, much easier. But if
Who's Georgia got to play?
they play, Tulane or Ole Miss?
No, they're playing Tulane. Who they got to play?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Ole Miss beat Tulane 45-10
Yeah.
in the regular season. And I know that doesn't matter. I know Lane Kiffin's gone. Charlie Weiss Jr. is still there. He's going to be the play caller like he has been all year. Tulane's not beating Ole Miss.
No.
Um,
And then you get Ohio State in the
you
semifinals. I would rather not play them until the national championship. So maybe it's a good thing. My thing is, though,
no. You would not get Ohio State in the semifinals.
in the Georgia would.
Yes.
Is what I
Georgia,
was saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Texas Tech's on your side.
If you're Indiana, you don't have to play Ohio State again until the national championship.
Or Georgia.
But my thing is, if you're the number one seed, shouldn't you get to pick your path?
No.
Dude, I think you should.
No. Do you say, okay, we want to pick our path. We're going to
Tulane
start
and
with a
James
home
Madison.
game against Tulane. And then we want JMU in the second round.
Just saying, I would have much rather played Tulane or Ole Miss.
Well, that's not how it works.
But you know what?
But you're opposite Georgia and Ohio State, which I think are the two better,
I agree.
other two best teams in the country. When I had Indiana that mix,
Texas Tech.
I don't want to disrespect Texas Tech. I think they're really, really good, especially defensively. But you're avoiding Georgia, you're avoiding Ohio State until the national championship game.
You know what? It doesn't matter. Y'all talked me into it.
Yeah.
It don't matter who they play. Bring them all on. Hoosiers, baby.
Well, here's the other side of that, guys. It's just like the men's tournament in basketball. It's wide open now. You're the best team.
Yeah.
You got to play well. You don't get a second chance. So you play one back, you turn it over. I just looked at the game. Indiana had the one interception, no fumbles. That's the way you have to play in the playoffs. You don't, it's great if you score 40 or 50,
Right.
but you can't turn it over because you're playing good teams the whole time.
They held the number one team in the country to 0 points in the second half. That's insane, y'all.
I
That's
agree.
insane, y'all. That should be
Insane.
I agree, y'all.
Spot that. Mark that one, Scooter. That's insane, y'all. That's your new go-to. That's insane, y'all. All right.
Well, I mean, we'll have a parade when they win. We'll have a parade around here.
Why wouldn't we? Friday, December 19th, Alabama at Oklahoma. Don't look at it, Tony. Let's play guess the spread.
I don't
here.
have the spread. I just got the bracket.
Let's play guess the spread.
I know the
I'm just
spread.
Oh,
the
you know
bracket.
all the spreads already?
I know that one. I don't know if I know all.
Alabama at Oklahoma, Tony.
Alabama's 2.5.
1.5.
It's 1.5.
2 point Scooter.
Okay.
No, it's a point for Tony, and it's -1 for the cheating Scooter. Saturday, December 20th, noon, Miami at Texas A&M.
Miami and Texas A&M. That's a good one. A&M is 4.5.
Scooter, you know this one?
Isn't that 2 points for Tony? Isn't it 4.5?
No, I got 3.5.
Oh, okay.
Tulane at Ole Miss. This is a tough one because everybody knows that first 45-10 was the first meeting.
Ole Miss 13
Ole
and a
Miss
half.
13.5 is what I was going to
Yep.
guess.
I got 16.5.
Wow.
And JMU at the Ducks. They got to go to Autzen Stadium to play Oregon.
I do know
15.5.
20 and a half. 2
20
point
and a
Scooter.
half. 2 point Scooter. 20.5 in that one. So those are your odds. Obviously, everybody thinks Oregon and Ole Miss are going to advance.
And John will tell you, first round here, you play the favorites.
Yes, in the first round, especially in those two games, you play the favorites. JMU hasn't seen anything like Oregon. And I'm going to guess Tulane hasn't seen anything like Ole Miss other than when they played Ole Miss, and they lost by 35. So, yes, John is going to say those are favorite games. Now, Alabama, this is not only to stay alive, but it's also a revenge game for Alabama. They lost to Oklahoma in the regular season, at home, as you mentioned. Now they're going to be playing in Oklahoma. And I think Miami A&M is interesting.
I think it's real interesting.
You talked about how wide open it is. There's only two teams can't win it, and that's James Madison and Tulane.
I agree.
I think Miami can win it.
Ole Miss can't win it without a coach.
Ole Miss can win it.
No, they can't.
They can. They've got a coach.
If Lane
It's
was
not Lane
coaching,
Kiffin.
if he was still there, they could win it. They can't win
They've
it.
still
Well, the
got-
offensive coordinator is the head coach.
and the defense coordinator's there as well.
Oklahoma can't win it.
Oh, I totally disagree with that. Anybody can win it other than the two non-Power 5 schools.
I don't think so.
Louisville, Toledo, Boca Raton Bowl. The Bush's Boca Raton Bean Bowl.
Love
That's
the
what it's
beans.
called. And by the way, the winning coach is not going to have beans dumped on him.
Oh, but
Isn't that terrible?
that is terrible.
They had to make that announcement yesterday, which is probably even more terrible. They
They're the
had to-
magical fruit,
It should
though.
just be fake beans.
no, baked beans, Tony, not
Should
fake
be
beans. No, baked beans.
Should be fake beans that they pour on them.
Do we have a spread on that game yet? That is December 23rd at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I do have a spread. Do you guys want to play?
Sure.
Who are they playing?
Toledo. The game is in Boca Raton.
I don't know how you put a point spread on any of these games.
It's fun.
6.5.
No, it's much more than that. 12 and a half?
9.5, right between you guys.
You don't know who's playing, Scoot. I mean, James.
That's true.
You don't know what players are
But I
playing.
do know that Kentucky beat Toledo. So if they can do it.
Right, but Toledo's probably going to have their
They beat
whole.
Auburn. They beat Florida.
Toledo's going to have their whole team. Probably. The
That's a good
guys
point.
aren't going to opt out.
Isaac
Louisville's
Brown is
gonna
already
have,
in
they're
the
going
portal.
to have guys opt out right.
Jeff
in
Brom
and out.
said yesterday he doesn't know if any of the running backs are going to be ready by then. It is only 15 days away.
If you're banged up, are you going to play in the Bush
No.
Baked Bean Bowl?
I heard Boomer Esiason this morning say his senior year he played in the first ever Citrus Bowl, and he got hit and broke his collarbone.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't know if it affected my draft status. I think it probably did a little bit because all of a sudden I'm injured. My throwing shoulder, collarbone. He said, so do you play? Do you not play? It's a personal decision. Western Kentucky will play Southern Miss in the New Orleans Bowl.
Woo-hoo.
Guess where that's at?
Oakland?
That is
I was on Scottsdale.
that is right after the Louisville Toledo game on Tuesday the 23rd, 5:30 on ESPN.
Let's get credentials.
I'll tell you what. Who's favorite? I don't even want spread. Western and Southern Miss. Who's favorite?
Western.
Western is favored. Now you want to take a shot at the number?
4.5.
3.5.
4. You guys are on fire today with the middles. The number is 4. I do like the Iowa Vanderbilt game. Right? That's a fun game.
Yeah, I think it is too. When I was looking at them,
That's just a cool game.
while you're looking at that, They offered Notre Dame to play BYU in the Pop-Tart Bowl, and that's what they that would have been a good game.
That would have been Michigan plays Texas. By the way, I don't know what you guys are going to do on Bowl Day.
Do they have are there any games? Are those the playoffs?
Those are the semifinals, but those are the only 2 games.
Guess we'll be betting horses.
I guess you will. Now, if you want to have Bowl Day on Wednesday the 31st, there are 4 games.
Yeah, I won't be there.
By the way, Iowa.
I won't be there on New Year's Day because I'll be with Bellarmine.
Iowa Vanderbilt's not a good game.
It's not?
No.
Why
Iowa can't keep
Why
up.
is it not a good game?
Iowa can't
good
keep
all
up.
year.
Vanderbilt's going to put up 38 points. Iowa's going to put up 17.
Well, then you should bet Vandy because it's only a 4-point
I'm going to bet
Iowa should have beat Oregon.
Coulda, shoulda.
Well, it's the same thing.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Nuh-uh. Tennessee, Illinois, that's a little bit of fun there. I like that.
Okay, I just thought of this. If the NIL stuff, if you start offering these guys money to play in these games, I don't know who's going to pay it, but Pavia.
You have to start giving it out money.
If he was going to back out, you go, hey, we'll give you X amount of money to play in this game.
They're going to have to do that.
I think
if they want to keep these bowls alive, that's going to happen. By the way, we thought we were better than we were bowl at the beginning of the year. Penn State and Clemson in the Pinstripe Bowl. Is that me? By the way, Notre Dame opts out, so BYU gets Georgia Tech in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. So, how many bowls would I watch if I didn't bet? None. I'd watch the playoffs.
I don't bet them, John.
How many bowls will you watch?
Not that many.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break. I'm behind the 8 ball here. Got to get birthdays in. We still haven't talked about how bad the Cats are in basketball, the Indiana-Louisville game as well. NFL we'll get to tomorrow. Daniel Jones, bad news there. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. Big Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Carnage. John, Tony, Scooter. All right, you guys can't talk this segment because I got a lot to get to. Daniel Jones out, torn Achilles. Oh, the Colts done? You can talk now. I'm just kidding.
I say, you just said we can't talk.
We're just sitting here.
Are the Colts done?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Is Richardson hurt too?
I think he just stinks, Tony.
he stinks.
Well, who was playing quarterback?
Riley Leonard.
Riley Leonard,
I
Notre
think
Dame
I think
came
he's
in.
hurt too.
And they were talking already about bringing up, trying to find somebody this week. So I think he is hurt as well.
If you're the Bengals, don't you say, hey,
Joe Flacco's
Joe
over here.
Flacco?
Bengals, they don't need to hold on to him now. They're 4-9. That was a fun game yesterday, but Burrow's
He was
the
so
first
good.
interception was bizarre. I think it slipped out of his hand for the touchdown.
Second one was a bad break.
The second one, tough break, not knocked into the air and falls right into Buffalo's hands. They win that game. I'm not saying they're going to get in the playoffs, but 9-8, they would have had a chance. That's their ninth loss.
Well, when the Steelers and the Ravens were playing, if the Bengals win that game, they're not out, man.
Yeah, I know, but they're out now.
They are now. Burrow was so good.
Chiefs lose last night. They're 6-7. Are they done?
Yes.
I agree.
Think so too.
I agree because Denver's is so far ahead of them now, and the Chargers are ahead of them as well. Keep that in mind.
They got a losing record right now.
Yeah, Buffalo's going to get one of the wild card spots for sure, in all probability. So yeah, they're in trouble. Green Bay, nice win yesterday. That was a fun game to watch as they knock off the Bears and take control of that division.
Yeah, that was a good game.
I like the Packers.
That was a really good
Thought
game.
we were saving NFL for tomorrow.
We are, and Baltimore loses to your Steelers.
Yeah. Whoa!
Aaron Rodgers runs one in. Hadn't done that forever.
was-
And he
Wild.
did the discount double check.
And then Tomlin did it right behind him.
That was great.
It was
I'm
great.
not a Steeler guy. That was great.
Rodgers.
And we will have good, bad, and ugly tomorrow from college football and the NFL. Tony and I will bring that to you tomorrow. All right, Gonzaga 94, Kentucky 59.
Woof.
My goodness, there's some internal strife there. I heard some things over the weekend. I'm not going to talk about, but there's some stuff behind the scenes there. It's not good. Gonzaga shot 57%. It looked like, Tony, is it fair to say they quit playing hard?
Yeah,
It just looked bad.
their offense needs some work, and they just don't have guys that can create. And Owe looks. I mean, he played fairly well.
He
but
looks uninterested.
He does, and you know
He had 16 to lead the team, but there's film. Everybody watches film now, right? Of him not getting back on defense, not being where he's supposed to be, not hustling, and that's not a good.
frustration sets in too when you can't make a shot.
Kentucky shot 26.7%.
And John, most of their threes were open shots.
7 out of 34 from deep.
They were open shots. They just couldn't make them.
Got out rebounded by 12. Only two guys in double figures. Chandler joined Oway. Chandler had 11. Up next, North Carolina Central tomorrow night. They're 3-8.
Well, they got two easy games.
That
coming
should
up,
be
don't
a win. So NC Central, and who they play after
Bellarmine.
that? No, who do they play after
I
NC
think
Central?
Indiana.
Oh, yeah, two in the easy.
That's an L as it stands now.
Hey, but you know
I
what?
thought he was talking about Bellarmine, too. I was getting mad at him.
I'm just being facetious. But I'm sitting there watching.
That is, by the way, it's tomorrow at 7, SEC Network.
I'm with Tara watching the game, and she said, what are you seeing? I mean, no, she's just asking me, and she's very knowledgeable, you know that.
I do.
And I said, I was thinking the same thing. I'm watching them trying to figure out what they're doing offensively. They can't guard defensively. And I said, it has all become mental. When you can't do things and everything you're trying to do, everything becomes a struggle. Those wide open shots become struggle. Communication becomes struggle. And it just, you got to remember, Gonzaga lost by 40 the game before that.
To Michigan, yeah.
They had 9 days off. They lost by 40, and then they win by. That's one of the biggest turnarounds. Talk about turnarounds.
They beat North Florida by 51 last night.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
Barely covered.
109 to 58. The Zags are hot.
they are hot. But Kentucky right now, they have just got to feel better tomorrow night, and then they got to get some stuff straightened out.
They got to beat a Power 5 school.
Well, Big Al the Fish asked me because he texted he was at the Actors Theater. Should I watch the game? And I went, nope, with about 8 exclamation mark. And he asked me the other night, he said, how did Jalen Lowe play? And I said, he looked rusty. He made the moves.
He looked like
he didn't look like he was he was worried about his shoulder.
I think he is worried about his shoulder.
And he just didn't get the ball up on the backboard. But you still got to give him time. And the one thing, and I'm sorry, I don't care if it's Louisville, IU, Kentucky, who it is, you don't boo your own players. You don't.
Why? They're paid now, Tony.
Nope.
I don't know, man.
You don't do it, man. You're not a fan.
If they're amateurs,
You're not a fan,
if
Scooter.
they're amateurs,
You can argue with me. I'm going to argue with everybody here.
I
when
just think
they're
them
playing-
being paid changes things.
I don't think it does.
Yeah, I'm a Scooter on this one.
I
think you buy the ticket.
If you don't like what
You
you're
buy the
watching,
ticket, you
get
have
up
the right
and
to
leave.
boom.
Get up and leave.
You had the right to boom, I think.
Well,
obviously,
I don't believe
obviously
that.
20,000 blue people agreed the other night.
Yeah.
Louisville 87, Indiana 78. The Hoosiers lose their second in a row.
Oh, they played?
Yeah,
They didn't boo them.
it was 16-0. Talk
It
about
was
not
bad.
16-0.
Talk about
Indiana
not
fans
showing
weren't
up.
booing.
It was bad.
I think they might have been. Mikael Brown only had 9 points and 3 assists, and they
scored-
still won.
He scored 2 points with
Handily.
about 6 or 7 minutes left in the game. I was listening to it heading to St. X, and I was like, he's only got 2 points. And I said, that's more impressive to me.
Yeah.
that Louisville's winning this game,
Yeah.
and Mikael Brown has not. And you know why he got shut down? Our boy, Morgan Walling, but was shutting him down.
Oh, Connor Enright, baby.
Wallen. I like that. If Sananda Frew can play like he did in that game, he had 12.7 rebounds.
That's all he's
Louisville's
gotta do.
dangerous. They had because there was no inside presence coming into this season.
Well, Indiana
didn't
doesn't
know
have
who
an
it was gonna
inside
be.
present either.
Conwell had 21. Javon Hadley 15 and 6. McNeely 15. Kobe Rogers had 12 points off the bench. T-Rock had 26 points and 5 rebounds. Didn't really matter because nobody else helped out. Nick Dorn had 15 off the bench. Wilkerson 12. The other 3 starters did basically nothing.
That's par for the course with Connor.
Well, they made a great
Yes,
run. They made
I
a
agree.
great run. They cut
They
it to
did.
like 5,
They
and then all
did.
of a sudden it was 17 again.
IU shot 41%. Free throws in favor of the Cards. Louisville did get out rebounded by 1, but it was 16-0. This game was basically over.
Yep.
Up next for the Cards, Memphis, Saturday, 3:30 at the Yum Center on ESPN.
I'll be
Denny
there.
brings his team in. And Indiana will take on Penn State. Conference game. Remember, the Hoosiers 0-1 in the conference.
Yeah.
They play Penn State on the road tomorrow night, 8:30 on FS1.
Isn't it at home? I thought it was at home.
Yes, it is at Bloomington. Yes, I said that wrong. 8:30 on FS1, so a late night game. Scooter has to stay up and watch
Woohoo.
again. Let's do birthdays. Gotta do them quick. I'm running out of time here. Get the meter ready. Terry Hatcher, 61.
4.5.
You didn't even have to look.
No, she's my favorite Desperate Housewife.
Desperate Housewives, and of course
4.5.
Seinfeld when she says they're real and they're spectacular.
And he's had some threes when we
Yeah,
thought
she's,
they were 4.5.
She's gorgeous,
Yeah, we have.
Tony. Something about her.
Kim Basinger, 72, former Mrs. Alec Baldwin, and she was Vicky Vale in the Batman movie.
9.5 weeks.
9.5 weeks. If that adds 2 points to whatever
I
number
guarantee
you
if
come
you've
up with.
seen 9.5 weeks.
Kim
We'll go-
Basinger.
we'll go
72. David Carradine, he was in Kung Fu back in the 70s. Remember that, Tony? He was also in the Kill Bill movies, born on this date, 1936. Wendell Pierce, he was the detective in The Wire. Anybody watch The Wire?
I watched the
Nope.
Wire.
He was Bunk.
Oh, I like Wendell,
Sound
though.
right? Wendell's 62 today. Sammy Davis Jr. would have been 100, babe.
Cat.
He would have been 100, babe. Today, passed away in 1990. Sam Kinison. I thought you were going to scream.
No. I'm in concert.
Born on this day, 1953, passed away in 92. Nicki Minaj, Scooter, 43 today.
Ooh, okay. Let me see. A recent pick. Oh, Nikki. Jeez. 4.
Yeah.
I thought he'd go 3.5.
I wanted to go 4.5, but I'm going to.
Yeah.
Front man of the Doors, Jim Morrison, born on this date, 1943.
Brown
Died
Eyed
like
Girl.
Backdoor man.
He died like so many singers do at 28. They're all 28 when that happened.
Yeah, back in the 70s, that wasn't good. either.
Sam Hunt is 40, country singer.
Body
23.
like a back road.
Sports-wise, Dwight Howard is 40 today. No longer in the league.
Still has them shoulders, though.
Sam Hauser,
Superman.
Celtic sharpshooter, is 28 today. Andy Pages, Dodger center fielder, 25. Mike Mussina, former Yankee pitcher, is
He in the Hall of Fame?
57. I think he might be Hall of Very Good. Josh Donaldson, former MLB player, 40. Former quarterback Phillip Rivers and his 17 children.
Yeah, bunch
He's
of them.
44 today. Jeff George, Indianapolis Colt.
He's not in prison anymore.
He's 58 today. NASCAR racer Kevin Harvick is 50. And Ryan Newman, another NASCAR racer.
Harvick is 50?
Yeah. Ryan Newman is 48 today.
Harvick's still racing.
There's no age limit on racers.
You're sitting in a car. As long as you're in
Look
shape.
at Richard Petty. He was there forever.
Yep.
So those are your birthdays.
Rapid
I would be remiss if I didn't mention this score from the weekend, which made Scooter's weekend even better. Iowa State 81, Purdue 58.
Yeah.
Boy, they rocked them.
Suck on that, Purdue.
Biggest home loss by number one team in history, tied 23 was the record, and it is met by Purdue.
You go, Purdue, setting records.
People ask me.
We're proud.
I don't want
I
to.
was watching.
I don't want to pat myself on the back, but before the game, somebody who likes to gamble asked me who I liked, and I said I think Iowa State is really good, and they go in and beat Purdue today. So, I didn't think they beat them by 23.
Milojevic or whatever his name is. Was really
Momcilovic.
good. Yeah, something like that.
Arizona will be the new number one team when the poll comes out. They crushed Auburn 97-68. If you didn't stay up late enough to watch that game on Saturday night,
I flicked it on, flicked it off.
because you looked at the score. I'm guessing
Arizona will play for a championship.
they are good, man.
Did you bet them?
No, but they're damn good.
The Duke Michigan State game was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Illinois, yes, Duke beats Michigan State 66-60 in East Lansing in a battle. Duke's 10-0, and they've had a brutal schedule.
I hate to
I
say
don't believe in them.
I hate to say it.
I think
Cameron
Boozer's
Boozer is
really good, but I don't believe in Duke as a team overall. But they're proving me wrong. Michigan put 101 up again. They beat Rutgers by 41.
I didn't bet them at 15-1. Jeez,
Dummy. All right, we'll get to more of this stuff tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Matt Dennison was celebrating that Hoosier win next right here. Spears on Sports presented by M&M Cartage. Big A.